So in this video, I want to talk to you about adult bullying. Be right back. When we talk about bullying, we often think of kids. We don't realize even as adults, we still deal with it almost on a regular basis, whether it's that person who shoves ahead of you in line, or your boss or a coworker, or sometimes your spouse or your other half. Doesn't mean we should deal with it as adults. I dealt with it very recently. I was at a large steampunk event and I was approached by a person who I had just a few interactions with. They were a friend of a friend. And when the two friends went their separate ways, I didn't have much in common with this person, and I also saw how they interacted with people and how they always had to be the center of attention and be the one that's being told, that's a good idea, you did a good job. And they would even knock people out of the way, not physically, but conversationally, or cut them out of the herd and exclude them to the point where they weren't welcome. And I didn't appreciate that. So when these two people went their separate ways, I stayed friends with the one, and the other one I just quietly unfriended on social media and went about my business. So I'm at this large event and this person gets up to me, and I'm not a big guy, about 5'8". This person towered over me, leaned right up, got within inches of my face and said, "I heard you've been saying bad things about me and I don't appreciate it." Then they stalked off. Every time they walked past after that, they wouldn't make eye contact. People around me would say something to them, not derogatory, just hey or cool thing, and they wouldn't even respond. That's bullying. And by the way, as for what I said about this person, I'm not even sure. I spoke to this person 3-4 times at social interactions, and after they and my friend went separate ways, I think I spoke to my friend about them, spoke to my girlfriend about them, maybe one other person. Not sure what happened, especially since the people I spoke to aren't in this person's social circle. But yeah, up in my face. How do you handle that as an adult when you get bullied? Now, my first reaction is to fall back to my childhood, which oddly enough, as small as I was as a child, I got picked on a lot, but I always stood back up and stood up for myself. That's what I immediately did with this one. Tried to call him out, find out what's going on. But it stuck with me and it bothered me. And that's what bullies do. They get in your head. Don't let them get in your head. If it turns to physical violence, that's a different situation. But if they're trying to emotionally or mentally bully you, that's on you. Don't give them that power. Usually bullies only have the power you let them have over you through fear and intimidation, anxiety, stress. There's better ways to handle life, and usually that's just ignore the assholes and go on. Okay, look below. There's a free book for you, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more of this great stuff. And I'll talk to everyone soon.